even like him, but I think it might be more than that now.
The season 12 finale for When Calls the Heart really pulled out all the stops, ending on one of the biggest cliffhangers yet. Not only did Elizabeth, Nathan, Allie, Little Jack, and Angela all leave Hope Valley, but the writers had even more up their sleeves that viewers didn't see. According to showrunner Joy Gregory, the finale almost included another huge moment, turning Hope Valley's former villain-turned-redeemed citizen, Henry Gowen, into a grandfather. In a chat on the official Hardy's After Show podcast, Gregory shared that Martin Cummins, who's played Henry since the show kicked off, actually filmed a scene for the finale. In it, Henry would have found out that his son Christopher and Christopher's girlfriend Rachel had a baby, but that moment ended up getting cut to make space for a heartfelt goodbye scene between Allie and Angela. Gregory explained, "We had this storyline where Henry was going to become a grandfather, and it would have been just a small running plot in the finale. But we were trying to wrap up so many stories, and tough choices had to be made. We decided we couldn't skip out on Allie and Angela's on-screen goodbye. It was too important. So even though we wrote everyone these beautiful farewell beats, we just didn't have room for everything. In the end, we chose to drop the bit about Henry finding out through a letter that Rachel and Christopher had a child. Honestly, I think it was the right call." But just because that moment didn't make it into the finale doesn't mean Henry's new chapter is off the table. Gregory hinted that cutting that scene actually opens up the door for the show to explore the storyline more deeply in Season 13. She said, "I do feel bad we lost Martin's lovely work there. That's always tough. But by sacrificing that story now, we actually gain something. We're not robbing fans of seeing Christopher propose, marry Rachel, and become a dad right there on screen. We didn't want to squeeze all of that into a letter from some off-screen action. This way, we get to truly explore it." Gregory also teased that the writers have another compelling arc planned for Henry. "We've got something really nice cooking for Henry. I'm so excited about it," she said. Writer Allie DeVreaux, who was also on the podcast, added that Henry's going to be right in the center of things next season. "I'm really excited about what we're doing with Henry," she shared. "It's been a big focus for us over the last several weeks, and I know he wasn't as prominent in Season 12, but that was intentional. We felt he needed some peaceful time after all the turmoil he's been through. Now he's ready for what's next, and we've set him up perfectly for this new story in Season 13. News that When Calls the Heart would be back for a 13th season actually broke just hours after the Season 12 finale aired on March 23, 2025. That finale left fans reeling, as Elizabeth and her son Little Jack packed up and moved to Cape Fullerton for better medical care for Jack's diabetes. Then, in a deeply touching moment at the train station, Nathan and Allie stopped them to say they were coming too. Watching Nathan tell Elizabeth, "Where you go, I go," pretty much guaranteed tears all around. Angela's departure was also a big part of the episode, as she threw a going-away party to celebrate graduating from secondary school and heading off to college. While it's still up in the air whether Angela will return in future seasons, Aaron Krakow and Kevin McGarry have all but confirmed they're sticking around, each posting to Instagram about the show's Season 13 renewal. Krakow captioned a screenshot of the announcement with, "ICYMI at WCTH_TV is a teenager," and McGarry jokingly chimed in with, "No one told me about this." Looking ahead, it seems pretty likely that Season 13 will lean heavily into just how much Hope Valley means to its residents. Elizabeth struggled so much with the decision to leave her home, so it makes sense the new season will highlight the town's deep roots in their lives. And even beyond Elizabeth and Nathan's uncertain future, we can expect Lucas and Edie's political battles over the town's fate to continue, while newlyweds May and Hickam might start exploring what it means to grow their family. There's really a bunch of directions things could go for the rest of Hope Valley too. Rosemary will probably keep running her Valley Voice radio show, which always stirs up fun new storylines. The clinic run by Faith might also get a bigger role, especially if Hope Valley tries to establish itself as a hub for diabetes care, something that would directly tie into Little Jack's needs. Plus, if the show continues to dig into Bill and Georgie's storyline about lost love, it could end up highlighting how Bill's ties to Hope Valley deepen if he tries convincing Georgie to build a life there with him. So all in all, the groundwork is definitely there to keep the town itself right at the heart of everything next season. Of course, the relationship between Elizabeth and Nathan and how their families come together is bound to be a huge part of Season 13. The finale made it crystal clear. No matter where Elizabeth ends up, Nathan and Allie plan on being by her and little Jack's side. That means we'll probably see even more of how they navigate becoming a true blended family. Kevin McGarry has even suggested it could be time to bring in Nathan's side of the family, like his mother, which would add a whole new layer. So we might be looking at a season centered on the merging of these two family trees, complete with all the quirks and growing pains that come with it. As for the kids, little Jack's story will continue to revolve around managing his diabetes. Meanwhile, Allie's future is wide open. She's growing more passionate about wildlife, plus her budding relationship with Oliver could blossom into something bigger. All of that points to major changes ahead for the Thornton Grant clan. Then there's still the intriguing question of whether Elizabeth, Nathan, Allie, and little Jack will stay in Cape Fullerton. On one hand, the move makes perfect sense because it means better care for little Jack. On the other hand, everything they love and know is in Hope Valley. Showrunner Joe Gregory left things a bit mysterious, simply saying, "We're still figuring out how much we'll show of their time in Cape Fullerton, but let's just say that home is where the heart is, and all our hearts are in Hope Valley." So while we wait for official premiere dates and more sneak peeks, it's pretty obvious that When Calls the Heart still has plenty of life left in it. Whether it's seeing Henry's next big chapter, following Elizabeth and Nathan's evolving family, or watching the entire town tackle whatever surprises come next, Season 13 promises to deliver all the emotional highs fans have come to love. And with filming already underway, it probably won't be too long before we're all headed back to Hope Valley once again. Season 13 could easily spice things up by bringing in a cameo from a famous star, maybe someone with Hallmark roots or a big TV name looking for a cozy, heartwarming project. Imagine someone like Candace Cameron Bure popping in as a distant relative of Nathan's, or even Lacey Chabert playing a big city doctor who consults on little Jack's treatment. And that's that for today's video. Thanks for watching, and we will see you in the next one. Your suggestions for future videos are always welcome in the comments section down below. Don't forget to like our video, share, and subscribe to the channel to stay in the loop. And if you want, you can share your thoughts about this video in the comments.